What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Cobra Kai Season 5, Episode number 5. And we're really starting to see this mind game that Silver is playing with Danny Boy take really big impact, because now Amanda's gone. She finally she's fed up. They were at this charity event, and
I mean, Silver played him really well.
It's really hard to watch those moments because as viewers, we totally understand what Daniel's talking about.
Absolutely.
We know that Silver's this master manipulator, that he doesn't have this positive cause and these really great ambitions. We know that there's always ulterior motive and they're not good. And the fact that he's a master at this, everyone around him sees this really nice, clean-cut guy who has a lot of money and is very charitable with it, and wants to do all this really good stuff, offering up free karate to kids who can't afford it. And then you see Danny Boy, I'm sorry, I just can't help it, over here just like literally talking like a crazy person about this dude causing all kinds of crazy problems for my wife, trying to end my life and trying to create so much chaos that my life is just going to be an absolute disaster. And you just kind of look at Daniel and you're like, bro, like, calm down.
You need to relax.
And I think a lot of it goes back to communication. He's obviously like dealing with a lot of PTSD in terms of what he dealt with Mike Barnes and with Terry Silver and that whole situation. But it's like, have a talk with your wife. Like, lay it all out there and be like, this is what I went through. This is what he did. He had a contract with another kid my age to torment and destroy me. Like, he did this 30 years ago. He's doing it again now as adults. It's just like...
Well, the fact that he never told her any of this stuff, I mean, it says a lot about, like, how affected he was that he can't even talk about it.
Totally.
But he needs to talk about... You can't... If you kept that shit from me, I swear to God, I would leave you too.
It's one thing, like, keeping it to yourself and holding on to something.
No, when we literally see him all the time, and I can't fully like understand what you're going through, and you don't say shit to me, and then we see him again, fucking pull me aside.
The moment Terry
Silver
pops back up into the scene, that's when you, if you're not comfortable revealing it for no reason up to that point, but the moment this dude pops back up, takes over Cobra Kai, and all this stuff's happening, you need to just say everything so that there's no confusion, there's no lack of communication, there's no issues. Amanda knows that this dude has bad intentions. It doesn't matter what he whispers to you. It doesn't matter what he says to you. It doesn't matter what good word he puts in for you for someone else. The dude's motives are negative. Mm-hmm. And it just goes to show like how good Silver is at this. And
how in his own head Daniel is.
Daniel is so affected by him. And it makes sense because Daniel was a kid, Silver was an adult, and he took advantage. And like, that lives with you for a while, and the fact that all of this is being brought back to life and it's affecting his family. It's like, you mess with my family, like, we're gonna have problems. It's one thing if you like mess with me as like a 17-year-old or 16-year-old or however old Daniel was in that third movie, but it's like, we're adults and you're coming at my family. It's gonna be a bad time for you. I don't care who you are. So like, he's got a lot to deal with, and maybe it's a good thing that Amanda's out of the house and the kids are gone, so that like Daniel and Chosen could actually like figure out what they're going to do about this situation. Well,
unless Chosen leaves. I don't think Chosen
I think Chosen's in this for the long haul. It feels like
I hope so. That's not...
It feels like he's committed, he's dedicated to the cause, and just his involvement has been amazing. Everything with Chosen has been so good. It's been such a great addition to the show. And I'm hoping at some point maybe he could shift a little bit into like more of the Miyagi role. Yeah. And like, instead of being like,
whatever you want to do, man, let's do it. You know, I got this idea that we can just break in the bag and beat some people up.
I kind of want him to like center himself a little more and like calm down maybe a little bit at some point. Not right now. Let's handle this Terry Silver situation because it's a problem. But then like, I kind of want Chosen to become like this mentor, even though they're not that far off in age.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't think age matters when it comes to mentor. It's just your level of experience.
Yeah, because there were moments where Chosen has spoken, and I'm like, there's Miyagi vibes in there. Like, obviously he grew up with Miyagi. Well, didn't really grow up with Miyagi, but he knew all about Miyagi, and obviously his uncle was very close to Miyagi. So he knows all the ins and outs of Miyagi-Do and all the teachings and all that stuff. And hopefully he could hang out and stay, and him and Daniel continue to be like long-term friends, and hopefully nothing bad happens to either one of them by dealing with this situation. Because
don't go there.
Silver's a problem. I mean, he's a dangerous dude. He's got unlimited resources, it feels like, and he's willing to go to any length to accomplish what he needs to accomplish. So seeing how that whole situation plays out is going to be wild. And again, maybe it's a good thing that Amanda and the kids are gone so that Daniel could kind of be focused.
I think so.
And maybe things would be so much different if Miyagi was around.
Oh my God, I don't think we would be having any of these problems.
No. Like, Miyagi was always so good, with the exception of, like, Karate Kid 3, where he was purposefully trying to distance himself from the competition stuff. Miyagi's always been I'm getting chills talking about Miyagi. He's been such an amazing voice to Daniel to always calm him down and, like, get his mind right. And it just doesn't feel like Daniel has that right now. And he doesn't have any outlet. And Chosen kind of, like, feeds the fire because he's so aggressive. So seeing how this plays out, and I don't know, it's going to be really interesting to see, because it feels like Daniel has no control, and it feels like Silver has all the control. They need to figure out that one thing that's going to expose him.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they could find that out and get there. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. And the kids have a lot of shit going on too, of course. They almost got into another brawl, but a new location. Water park. It's been a mall, water park,
school,
at the drive-in, the school, the LaRusso's house, the laser tag, all kinds of. They keep getting into brawls everywhere they go. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of heat going on here.
Just relax, kids.
They went to have a little competition to see who could keep what side of the park, and it felt like Cobra Kai kind of deflated Hawk's tube and kind of cheated there, and Tori won the race. So yeah, Hawk came out and screaming cheater, and then they were going to fight again. And Kenny is in a really interesting spot.
I worry about that kid.
Robbie's doing his best. He's trying with Tori. He tried with Kenny. Like, I went through it. They tried to manipulate me. I understand what Cobra Kai is. You need to get away and get out. And Kenny basically doubled down and was like, nah. Like, I was bullied. I had a rough time before Cobra Kai. You got me into Cobra Kai. You kicked me in the face really hard, and I needed that. And he's all in now. And he even, like, turned to fight Hawk. And he socked Hawk. He tried to fight Robbie. It's one of those things where if you're not my enemy, if you're not with me, you're against me. That whole Anakin Skywalker line. Then you're my enemy. So, like, anyone who's not Cobra Kai, I feel like Kenny's going to be very aggressive towards. And he's still going after LaRusso. And I really hope Kenny, like, I love him as a character. I think he does such an amazing job of portraying the Cobra Kai attitude. It almost feels like if Dutch got more screen time in the original Karate Kid, I feel like
that would have been what he would have.
Yeah. Like, I feel like Kenny is doing a really good job of, like, showing what the Cobra Kai attitude is all about, and basically seeing him transform from someone who was picked on before Cobra Kai, and now he's confident and able to kick a little bit of ass. Now that he's with Cobra Kai, it's just not Hawk or Robbie, just, other kids who don't train karate, like LaRusso's son. Bad. I really hope good things come for him, because I feel like he's in a bad spot. Obviously, they're in Cobra Kai. I feel like Tori's also in a bad spot. I hope she could come to the realization that what Robbie is saying is like, yeah, it's true. Silver cheated for me. I won, but I didn't win. There's just so much drama with the kids, and of course, with everything that Samantha's going through, she just wanted to hang out, chill at the pool.
She can't even do that.
And then
can't even do that.
Everyone ended up getting kicked out because of the karate drama, which is what she's exactly trying to avoid. So there's a whole lot of shit going on. Where do you think this is going? Do you think it's going to continue to get worse for the kids? Do you think it's going like
we're still on the uphill before we get to the climax?
Yeah. And speaking of climaxes, I mean, Johnny was a Uber driver and doing the delivery stuff, and he did a horrible job with it. But he ended up visiting his friend. Sir. He ended up visiting his friend at the pawn shop and having a really good conversation about family and sacrifice and all that stuff. And I thought it was a really good message for Johnny, and I think it hit him really hard. I think he really understood the whole. He's like, oh, you got kids? Oh, you got a family? Oh, like, why do you keep doing this? It's like, because it pays the bills for my family, like, and it gives me the freedom to go hang out with them. So I think Johnny had a really big, like, epiphany moment there, where he was like, oh shit.
It's not about me.
Sometimes you gotta do some shitty jobs to support your family and be there for them and be available. So that was a really good moment for him too, even though they always find such really clever ways to make him so entertaining. It's like getting 1-star reviews and he's complaining like, they give me a 1-star review for spilling a beer in their food. It's like, well, yeah, dude, of course they're gonna complain about that. Like, what do you think? Like, come on, Johnny. But he's like growing up.
A little bit.
Johnny's growing up.
Yeah, it was a nice talk with him and his ex-wife.
Yeah, that was really good. And I feel like the development of all these characters is super interesting because they're all going in a certain direction. And yeah, like Robby and Miguel got into a fight again, and then Johnny showed up to break it up.
I feel like that was just like a misunderstanding. They just...
I hope they can figure it out.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Ready to check out this episode?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, shit.
She's,
A little upset.
yeah. Oh, this guy.
What?
We give Stingray a lot of shit.
Yeah.
An exemplar of everything Cobra Kai stands for.
Oh, jeez.
Taking the fall. Blaming someone else.
Discipline, inner strength.
I mean, he's essentially the key to the whole
Former
thing that
Sensei
Silver has going right now.
cowardly attack. Most people would have crawled into a hole to hide. Not Stingray. He stood tall, demanded justice.
Look at the tiny fucking breed.
Let's give him the welcome he deserves.
He's gun shy.
Oh, yeah. Silver beat the shit out of him.
How's the new place? You settling in?
Yes, Sensei. Thank you. Nobody ever rented me an apartment before. I feel like a kept woman.
Not at all. I want my loyal soldier living in style. It's the least I could do in light of your sacrifice. And I tend to do more than the least.
Yeah, bribing.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Is he really?
Sensei Lawrence used to have one just like it.
This was Sensei Lawrence's. My car guy found it at an impound auction.
Oops.
It's yours.
Shit.
Check the trunk.
Is there a body in there? Oh. Oh. And that is how you pay somebody off so they don't talk.
I mean, Stingray will probably continue to be my least favorite character in the show. Oh, Olive Garden, gross!
That's not Italian food.
Ugh.
Chicken nuggets and marinara sauce does not make chicken parm.
Oh, this is good. But just Stingray's addition and his attitude and the way he handles things is just whatever.
I know you're both in bitchy moods because you just broke up with your girlfriends. Since the whole Mexico thing felt like at least a small step in the right direction, I figured it might help if we went on another little trip.
To a mall in Chatsworth. Your body might be at a mall, my friend, but your taste buds are about to go on a tour of the old country.
False. I've been to the old country, and I've had Olive Garden.
Want an Alfredo? Boom, we're in Rome. Ravioli, Tuscany it is.
Olive Garden ain't it. And I'm spoiled because I have a full-blood Italian mama who's amazing.
I'm gonna get you guys a basket of breadsticks fresh out of the oven. I'll come right back, done and done.
Guy gives that kind of effort, you just sit there looking pissed.
It's not his effort, I'm pissed at.
Breadsticks aren't gonna fix this.
Spoken like a man who's never had the garden's breadsticks. One bite and you'll forget why you were ever mad at each other in the first place.
Yeah, I'm never gonna forget that.
Neither am I.
He's trying. He's trying.
He is trying, and I really appreciate that. What would you do if I took off? Would you start drinking?
I don't think so, but I'd be bummed. He looks messed up now. He does not look like himself.
Family will return. Family is most important thing to all of you. Strong bonds forged together.
All it took was Terry Silver to break him.
That is why we must defeat him.
Try selling that to Amanda.
Maybe you should tell her what...
How could she not see through him? How does everyone not see through him?
Because he's that good.
Where did this come from?
With Mir, no envelope. This is Cobra Kai Sensei.
Was Cobra Kai Sensei, Silver's partner, before he was sent to prison for beating this guy half to death. Apparently, someone wants me to think there's more to the story here.
Oh, That's the key.
For all we know, this is just Silver sending us out on a wild goose chase so he could screw up my life even worse.
Could be. Oh, could be answer to expose Silver.
Stingray's the key. He's the only one who knows the truth.
Yep.
Well, the real truth.
Yeah.
So is this going to be Stingray's redemption story? He's going to be the one to like bring Silver down. He's going to have that huge story.
Sure you want to come to dinner?
Nah, you and your cousin should catch up.
Oh my god. No fucking way. No fucking. This is Karate Kid 3, is it not? Is it not?
Hi, look at you too! Bring it in, give me some sugar.
What the fuck?
Also, Teen Witch.
Where is your old man? I got 10 pounds of mac and cheese for him.
Of course, mac and cheese.
Dad didn't come with us. He's got a lot going on.
Oh, well, I'm sure it'll keep if Anjo puts it in the freezer.
Top.
All right. So literally the episode after I say how predictable all of their like cameos have been, I did not see that coming.
No.
Wait, she's related?
That's her sister. Or no, her cousin.
What the hell?
What is happening? He made their house look like a saloon.
What the hell, Johnny?
He just said he wasn't here.
I lied again. Not my fault you fell for it twice.
True.
Tricking you into lunch wasn't my best effort, so I did some interneting.
Internet.
Found a bunch of strategies for building trust and teamwork through cooperative exercise. The least lame one is called an escape room.
Oh, he made an escape room.
Escape rooms are
Reverse
fantastic.
doorknobs, it's locked from the inside. And this is the only key.
Ah!
I glued the window shut too, so no one's getting out of here unless you work together.
This is so not safe.
I definitely would not feel comfortable having Johnny set up
New
an
Mexico
escape room
territory,
in an apartment.
1878. Lincoln County regulators Hosea Chavez and Josiah Doc Skurlock have been arrested to be hanged.
This is just the plot of Young Guns 2.
Shit, you saw it?
Yeah, with you.
Who cares, Dad? You could lock us in here forever and we're never gonna be friends. Why are you pushing this so hard?
Me and your mom just said we're all sort of on our way to becoming a family.
A family? What, me and him? Are you joking?
Maybe not the traditional kind.
No, not any kind. I mean, you two have your thing, whatever, but you keep forcing this, all you're gonna do is get his ass kicked.
Oh, ready when you are, runner-up.
The time and the place.
I am Billy the Kid.
Oh my god, I love her.
He's even got live actors in his escape room. Oh man. I mean, A+ for effort.
Honestly, he's trying real hard. What is that? Oh, he's texting Amanda.
Heart is most essential quality. Amanda-san knows your heart.
Listen, I appreciate what you're trying to do, Chosen, but really, I'm not in the mood for platitudes right now. Just want this all over with. That's Johnny's old car. Kreese put this guy in a coma, and now he's driving around in a Cobra Kai billboard on wheels.
Is there nothing
Holy
left
shit.
for me?
Honestly.
That's not just like an apartment.
No. It's like a fucking...
Like a penthouse.
Yeah.
Raymond Porter, I'm Daniel LaRusse.
I know who you are.
We saw you drive up in a pretty unique set of wheels. Where did you get them?
My car guy found that at an impound auction.
Sure, you can see how that sounds a little strange after what Kreese did to you.
Cobra Kai has completely changed since Sensei Silver took over. You are looking at a 100% American-made blue-collar man.
I think you lied about Kreese. And Silver paid you to do it so he could have Cobra Kai to himself.
You gotta really leap to...
And why would someone leave this in my mailbox?
Look, no, you know what? I don't know why someone left that in your mailbox, okay? Sensei Silver is an honorable man. And
Honorable.
Sensei Silver came after my family. That's the kind of man he is.
you must have done something to deserve it.
Wow. You gotta give me a goddamn straight answer.
Come on, Daniel.
My PlayStation.
Well, who gives a shit about your PlayStation?
Daniel-san, you are not yourself.
So who sent him the article?
I don't know.
He's obviously full of shit.
He is also no stingray, he is turtle. If pressed, he will retreat further into shell.
You're right. He's bought and paid for. This guy's never gonna help us. But I know someone who can.
Did Kreese send the article?
No. Because there was no envelope or anything, so somebody had to walk over there.
Say that every time.
What's the real reason Daniel didn't make the dreads?
So you saw through that one, did you?
Jessica Andrews. I see you, girl. Amanda Steiner.
Hey, Lizzie Ann.
Remember she was the one that beat up that car with the baseball bat? What was that nickname that we gave you after that? God, it was so good.
Oh, God, I wish I could remember.
You know, we're gonna catch up. It was a good talk.
Uh-huh. Have fun.
Okay.
I commit one act of vehicular vandalism.
Never mind the middle-aged mean girls with faded lower back tattoos. Spill the beans.
Ouch, burn.
What's going on with you and Daniel?
I guess it all started when he got back into karate.
So now have we hit on everyone from the 3 movies that could possibly play a major role?
Hey.
LaRusso, you look like shit.
I need your help. I think Silver paid off Stingray to lie about Kreese's attack. You get him to flip, we might be able to take Silver down for good.
Sorry, man. I'm dealing with some family stuff. I washed my hands of the Cobra Kai thing when we lost the tournament.
What? You started the whole Cobra Kai thing. If you hadn't brought it back, none of this would be happening. You opened Pandora's box, not me.
Listen, I don't know who Pandora is or what's in her box, but I got Robby out of there and Kreese is in jail. That's 2 wins as far as I'm concerned.
What happened to the strike first badass, huh? Do I need to kick his ass to wake him up, or was just one tournament loss all it took to turn you into a puss?
Holy shit.
Watch your fucking mouth.
What are you doing? You show up out of the blue, raving like a lunatic, you reek of booze. Now you want to fight me? 'Cause I don't want to get pulled back into this rivalry with Silver. What's going on with you, man?
You know something's wrong when Johnny's the rational one.
Yeah.
If you think I'm off the rails.
Way off. Look at you. Your shirt's not even tucked in.
Apparently, there is no end.
That is a lot.
Every time I think it's over, another enemy emerges from Daniel's past, like some twisted game of whack-a-mole. This latest one, Terry Silver, he was hosting a charity function.
Sorry, Terry Silver is back?
You know Terry Silver? How?
Maybe this will get Amanda.
When I met Daniel, he was going through some things, and Silver was the cause.
And you never thought of mentioning any of it?
I never thought that he would come back around. By the time you were moving to LA, and I put you in touch with Daniel, he was way past all of that. Silver did a real number on Daniel back then.
Yeah, I've heard the headlines.
I'm not sure the headlines do it justice.
Yeah.
First, he pretended to be his friend, then his mentor, while his goons wrecked his bonsai shop, beat him up. He assaulted me. They terrorized Daniel at every opportunity. All to drive a wedge between Daniel and Mr. Miyagi. And it worked.
And now he's doing it to his wife.
I didn't know it got so intense.
Yeah, because you guys don't talk to each other.
But he got past it back then, so he can get past it now, right?
Yeah, except he didn't really get past it then, did he?
I left her a bunch of bourbon, so
No, obviously, because there's a lot of trauma.
Look, we both know I'm not the guy you come to for advice on this stuff. Family's never been my strong suit. There it is yours. Always annoyed me, honestly. I'm sure you and Amanda have your hiccups, but I'm also sure you always get over them. No reason to think you're not going to get through this one, as long as you keep your head out of your ass.
That's a valid point.
Solid Johnny advice.
ask what's going on here, or
Robby moved in for a bit. Now him and Miguel are at each other's throats again. It's my dumb idea to try to get him to iron it out, but it crashed and burned. So much for Goggles' advice on conflict resolution.
Goggles.
Fucking Johnny, dude.
or the phrase conflict resolution.
Obviously, you care a lot about them both, so I have a pretty good feeling you're gonna work it out too. Whether it be with the computer-savvy new Johnny approach or something a little more Johnny classic.
I fucking love this.
I didn't think you were a fan of his.
Yeah, well, it's starting to grow on me. If you tell anyone I said that, then we really are gonna fight again. And I'm not talking tournament rules. You know, maybe that's how we should have done it all those years ago. If we hadn't had to stop at 3 points, we might have gotten this all out of our system.
Yeah, I might have. 3 points is all you had in you.
There he is.
Got him good with that one.
Babe Ruthless. That's what we used to call you.
Thanks for the trip down memory lane.
Does Miss Coastal Elite not like to be reminded of where she came from?
Go out your ass, Frenemy.
Why don't you make me, Andrews?
Dude, how old are we now, bro?
Oh, look at the top chick.
You need to back off, Elizabeth.
Oh, yeah? Or what?
Keep it up and you'll find out.
Stay in your lane, Steiner. This is a bar, not a yoga class. So unless you've got a bat hiding behind that bony butt of yours...
I don't need a bat for you, tramp stamp.
Ooh. Okay, she threw the first punch. Whoever this bitch is.
Damn, dude.
Look at
What
this
the
shit.
hell?
Look at this shit.
You asked for it, bitch.
Samantha. Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, they have my credit card. I had an open tab.
Shit, dude. Everyone's getting into fights everywhere. Brawls all over the
We
place.
must not give up.
As much as I can't stomach the thought of letting Silver win, it's not worth losing my family over. Nothing is.
I have failed you.
You've gone above and beyond. Any failures were mine alone. I'm only sorry I wasted your time.
Defending honor of Miyagi-Do. Never a waste of time. No is helping friend.
Aww.
I won't be able to sleep tonight unless I make amends with Raymond for how I acted today, so I'm gonna go take care of that while you finish packing. Then we'll head to the airport.
No. Can't send Chosen away.
Honestly, this sucks. Dude, fuck you. Everybody in that fucking apartment building, I would kill you. You murderer.
What's going on out here? Mind your business, dirtbag. Beat it.
What the hell, Johnny?
Yeah, you'd be murdered. You'd definitely be murdered. Oh, shit.
You want to hang on to your grudge? Fine. At least be men about it and put your fists where your mouths are. Fight it out. No points, no mats. You just keep fighting until you get it all out of your system.
What, here, now?
That's a time, this is a place. Unless that was all just talk.
Oh. I think Miguel needs a little bit of a haircut. I'm just...
All right, let's get on with it.
Let's get it on!
What the hell, dude?
Is that all you got? I thought you guys were sworn enemies.
Oh,
Ooh.
shit.
I feel like somebody's just gonna end up with...
Oh.
Oh.
Sweep the leg.
He hit his head on the concrete. Oh, but anyways, I feel like somebody's gonna get their ego bruised.
But like, no one in the complex is gonna like be like see these two kids fighting and like
Say something. They're gonna break glass or something. Something's gonna break.
Oh shit! Showtime kick. Oh, what? Can we not go upstairs, please? Please don't send anyone over the fucking rail.
Right? This is bad. This is really bad. This is really bad. This is really bad. This is really bad.
Holy shit.
Thanks for running up, Johnny.
Did you hold back? I didn't get into karate to hurt people. I did it to be badass and find balance.
Yeah, I understand that.
Last time we fought like this, how come you didn't hold back?
I just wanted to finish the fight. Not like that. I had tunnel vision and I got so angry that I barely knew where we were. Take it back in a second if I could. I was the cause of the worst moment in your life. And if it's any consolation, it was the worst moment in my life, too.
Aww.
I'll take it.
So, is it over? You guys good? You still hated each other when the baby gets here?
Oh, shit.
Oh!
You got a baby!
Like you and my mom?
Yeah, we're having a baby. We're supposed to tell you together, so make sure you act surprised.
Holy shit!
Yeah, like that.
That's awesome.
Okay, good. They're happy.
Yay!
Hey, Johnny plan worked. It got a little extreme there, but it ended up working.
We just got into a bar fight.
Over nothing. Daniel, on the other hand, has every reason to hate Terry Silver after what he put him through. I still have nightmares myself sometimes.
You're saying I should cut him some slack?
Yeah.
One, I feel like she should have also asked.
Dig in.
Oh, we're getting some Olive Garden for reals. She should have asked more fucking questions.
Hi.
Hi.
I hope it's cool I'm having dinner here.
It's very cool. You're welcome anytime here, Robby.
I feel like Robby and Miguel together is going to be a really powerful duo.
I'm excited for that. I want to see
These
it.
guys are getting along now? How did you manage that? And please don't tell me the bruises on their faces mean that you beat them into submission.
Beat each other into submission. It was actually LaRusso's idea.
I didn't know you and Daniel were working together again.
We weren't, but I think we might need to.
Let's fucking go.
Stingray, I left you a message. I got your new PlayStation.
This is definitely a little sketch.
Ah, shit. Should have never called first.
You thought you could get him to turn on me? Actions have consequences, Mr. LaRusso.
I'm not here for trouble. I'm out of the war. I surrendered, if that's what you want to hear. The valley is yours.
It never ceases to amaze me how small your mind is.
Oh my god.
I don't give a shit about your valley. I've got much bigger plans.
Well, leave me out of them.
How's that beautiful wife of yours?
Oh my god.
It's remarkable how easy it was to disrupt your marriage. You open the door and let me just waltz right in. Imagine how
fall for
easy
it,
it's gonna
Daniel.
be to wrap Cobra Kai geese around both your kids.
He's pushing all the right buttons. Oh.
All right.
That's it, LaRusso. That's the Cobra Kai student I remember. You never really had the strength, did you?
Shit.
You just kept getting in my way.
Shit.
You bit off more than you could chew. And now that the writing's on the wall, you want to surrender? We are way past the time for white flags, Danny boy.
Oh, he put a fucking, he put holes in the walls.
Oh, his knuckles are bleeding.
Blood. So what?
Oh god.
This guy wants to break, humiliate you, stomp you into the ground. Now what are you gonna do about it?
Oh, shit. I just broke his arm.
Don't look at this as an act of mercy. On the contrary. I want you alive and well for what's about to happen. Alive, at least.
The fuck?
Because the real pain is about to begin.
Holy shit.
Everything was supposed to be better after the tournament, but it's only getting worse. I'm becoming someone I don't want to be. I'm lying to someone I fear, and I'm delivering anonymous notes that could put people in danger.
Oh. Okay,
There
well,
must be
she's
another
back
way.
home, so.
Or at least somebody else out there who wants to be in this fight. Tell me there's an endgame to this. I need to know that it's not all for nothing.
I was hoping it was gonna be
There is
bad.
an endgame, kid. Silver's going down. Only he doesn't know it yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it's Grease, but like,
Holy shit, dude. This shit just got cranked up to like 1,000.
I thought it was going to be somebody else completely. I didn't realize it was going to be Crease, but
Yeah.
I didn't think that she would go to Crease.
I think it makes sense. under the circumstances because she's not trusting Silver anymore.
Right.
And she had that connection with Kreese. So I don't know. I think this is getting really intense. Just everything that's going on right now feels like it was cranked up a notch in this episode. I mean, the fact that Daniel finally came to the conclusion that he needs to step back and get away from it and kind of like squash the situation. And then he just gets pulled right back into it because, again, Terry Silver is an absolute master manipulator. And
I don't think that Daniel should have gone over there with the PlayStation.
Not alone.
No, and definitely should not have called because you alerted Silver to, hey, by the way, I'm going to be here in this location at this time.
Yeah, he's been making some pretty interesting decisions lately. Like, obviously, his mind is not in the right place, and he's making some, like, between calling the lawyer, calling Stingray in this situation, like, Daniel's not thinking straight because he's a lot smarter than this, but it's kind of what happens when you're really rattled. But the fact that, like, Silver was talking about his wife, talking about his marriage, talking about his kids wearing Cobra Kai gis, it's like you knew exactly what buttons to push to get Daniel to engage with you. And the fact that they fought, obviously, regardless of their ages, Silver should whoop Daniel's ass.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Like, there's no place. This isn't like a karate tournament where Daniel could get a couple points, which I thought was hilarious during the episode that Johnny threw out that jab that, like, you only had 3 points in you. But the fact that, like, Silver is highly trained, he has way more experience than Daniel in terms of fighting. So it makes sense that Silver would whoop his ass and put him in pain.
And he's not in the right mindset.
Right. He's way too emotional.
He's got way more stuff going on.
And the fact that Silver basically revealed, like, oh, this is so much bigger than what you think. You got a small mind. I don't care about your valley. Just wait till what's next. The real pain is beginning. So, like, they did a really good job of teasing how much worse this potentially could be getting for Daniel. Which, again, like, with Silver's resources and his money and his just mindset, like, I couldn't even probably think about how big he's planning on going because I feel like this dude there's no limits with him.
Right.
Like, he'll do whatever he has to do to accomplish what he wants to accomplish. And it just feels like it's a really bad situation. It's obviously going to just continue to probably get violent, emotional. I'm happy that Amanda came back and was taking care of Daniel. I
called Johnny.
I said it during the episode last week that all the cameos were predictable. Chosen was probably the least predictable of all of them, but the moment you go to Okinawa, you're like, Chosen's gonna be there. But like Kreese and Silver and Barnes, like, I feel like a lot of them were like, and I don't think they were trying to hide it.
No.
I think it's obvious.
Yeah,
but
I don't.
But you got me with Jessica.
Yeah.
You got me with Jessica. I did not, in a million, like, she wasn't in my mind. I didn't think that there was a relationship there.
Because she, the entire time in Cobra Kai, in Karate Kid 3, she had a boyfriend.
Right. But, like, she's the connection with Amanda and Daniel.
Like that makes sense now.
Holy shit.
She's the one who got them together.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's kind of cute. I like the way they did that.
It makes sense for Daniel and Jessica to maybe have, like, a long-term, like, hey, every once in a while type of message because of what they went through and stuff. But
yes, I mean, sometimes you forget. She was assaulted.
Yeah. Mike Barnes kicked her. Like hard.
He beat her up. Yeah.
And she was involved in the whole spider web of Silver's plan too, because the whole situation at like the club where Daniel punched the dude and like Jessica saw that happen, was like, who the fuck? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And like, so there was a lot of manipulation going on. And again, the way they do these reveals and these returns, it's perfect. It makes all the sense in the world that someone from Daniel's past would be responsible for setting him up with his wife.
Right.
That makes sense.
Know about some of the traumas of his past.
That's where I was going next. You hit right on it. That's the easiest way, because obviously Daniel and Amanda don't talk as much as they should, potentially. The fact that it took someone from the past, someone that she's had a long relationship with, obviously, a family member, to be like, yeah, you read the headlines, but the headlines don't do it justice.
That's nothing.
Because this dude terrorized him. And the way she put it was perfect. Like the way Silver showed up when they were like on the run and like was a friend and then like became a mentor and then he became essentially like his terror. And I was wondering how they were going to get Amanda back on Daniel's side. And this was perfect.
Yeah.
It makes all the sense in the world for this to be the story on how you get Amanda to understand what the fuck Daniel's going through. Because it's hard.
And to bring Johnny back into the situation.
Yeah. I mean, even as a wife or a husband or a significant other of any kind, you love the person, obviously, but sometimes it is hard to see things through their eyes. And the way Daniel's been acting, especially at the event that they were at last episode, it's like there's tipping points and there's hard things to understand. And Amanda, and again, it goes back to the communication thing, Amanda just didn't understand. She didn't grasp how big this was because, again, like Jessica even said it, it's something that was over.
Yeah.
They both didn't have any reason to bring it up, and now that Silver's back, it's all hitting the fan. And yeah, I love the way Daniel was desperate.
Yes.
He needed something new, and so he went and had his conversation with Johnny, which, great conversation.
I'm glad that they did that.
Yeah, it was a really good moment, and even for Johnny to be like, dude, what the hell's wrong with you?
Because it's like they had their own, yes, they had their own little storylines going, and it's nice to just bring them back together.
Yeah, they were all, like, Johnny was completely checked out of the whole karate thing once the tournament was over, because he was basically like, we lost, we had a bet, I'm done, I'm going to go do something else.
And I'm having a baby.
And he's having a baby.
Oh, they're having a
awesome.
baby. I'm glad that the kids were excited about that.
Yeah, that was a great moment. But this idea that Johnny is the one sitting down having this conversation with Daniel and telling Daniel how ridiculous he sounds and how bad he looks.
It's a full circle moment.
It was a completely one of those moments for Daniel to be like, if you think I'm going through some shit, then I need to fix some shit.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of a jab at Johnny, but at the same time, like Johnny's been through it, so he can kind of acknowledge it and see it and actually speak to it.
Like, I don't know if a lot of people talk about the traumas that Johnny's gone through. I mean, his stepdad, his mom.
They did a good show of highlighting that in this show because we didn't know.
You don't think about that stuff, and it's, again, hurt people.
Well, and his relationship with Kreese.
Oh my god.
Like, getting choked out after the tournament.
That was
awful. And then just watching his life just spiral after that. Like, yeah, it's insane. And just, it's good to have Johnny and Daniel on the same page again and getting them to work together because, again, I think people are really starting to realize how dangerous Terry Silver is. Mm-hmm. And it's like, all right, we got to figure this out. And the fact that Tori is the one who sent that news article to the LaRussos was like...
kind of had a feeling, but I was like, I'm not going to say that because that sounds crazy, but...
It definitely is one of those things where I feel like the cheating thing, seeing the like handshake and the relationship between Silver and the referee, and then all the stuff that Robby is saying, and the fact that they had a relationship and now they're broken up, and Robbie's like, I can't be with you if you're going to be in Cobra Kai. If you're with Cobra Kai, you're not with me. And I think she's seeing the big picture. I think it's very clear to her. But again, she's being pulled in these directions because Cobra Kai is giving her something that she needs. Something that's like giving her validation and just making her feel really good. And the fact that she won the tournament and she's a champion. And like that whole speech before the tournament, like really, like I felt like that was the turning point for her as a character, and been saying it this whole season. The redemption arc is coming. And I feel like this is truly step one. Yeah. The fact that she sent Daniel the news article with the little hint, and then at the end there, I was kind of hoping that she'd be talking to like her dad too, who I'm still making a prediction that I think it's Dutch. But the fact that she went and had a talk with Kreese, I think that's a big step for her because, again, the realization about what Silver is, what Cobra Kai is, she's like, I'm becoming someone I don't want to be. Yeah. Despite it's making her someone that she wanted to be. Right. Which is like, wait, maybe I don't want that.
Right. Well, and need it. She hasn't verbalized any of this to anybody except for Silver. Mm-hmm. So it's nice for her to be able to finally like get it out.
Yeah.
I'm dealing with a lot, and this is what's happening.
The storylines are really powerful stuff currently, and the way the music shifted when Silver walked into the Stingray's apartment, like that's where I feel like this whole season's going to shift now, to where Maybe there won't be as many jokes. I mean, they'll still find ways to like bring the comedic effect to it because it's a masterclass on how to insert comedy into a serious storyline. But I feel like things are serious now. I don't think Chosen's leaving now.
No,
after after Daniel got beat up, he's definitely going to stay.
He has to stay.
And I wonder if they're going to get Mike Barnes involved because, again, this feels like you're going to need a full team effort in order to combat what Silver's doing. Because, again...
Johnny and Chosen, were they in movies together?
No.
That's fantastic.
And Mike, we're going to have all three, basically, Daniel Nemesises all together. Nemesi? What's the word?
Nemesis.
All three.
With an apostrophe.
All three of his bad boys are going to be in the show together, hopefully. Like, if we could get a room
boys for life.
With Daniel, Chosen, Johnny, and Mike Barnes, like, that would be insane. And not only together, but working together with Daniel.
The whole crew's
like
together.
That would just be, again, it's one of those things that you never in a million years would even think about. I don't know if Barnes is coming back. I really hope he is coming back.
I hope that they didn't just, like, shove in a cameo about him and then, like, not
give him, like, a major storyline.
Come on, bruh.
I mean, it feels like with what happened with his furniture store that he needs to come back and be like, all right, let's fucking end this guy kind of thing. And
maybe they're doing an investigation about the fire.
They are.
And then the conclusion of that investigation will be just in time to kick some ass.
Well, Daniel's not very confident that Silver left a lot of clues behind as to why.
But you never know.
Never know.
People are stupid.
Yeah. Just the idea that we could have all of them in a room together, working together, is just never in a million years would have ever thought about it.
I love it.
All three villains from the three movies, it's like... Seriously? Chosen, Barnes, and Johnny together? And it sounds like Kreese is going to be on their side too? Like, what?
It's just everybody. Everybody.
It's building towards something that is just so insane, and I can't wait to see how it plays out. I'm so happy that Robby and Miguel are on the same page finally.
Oh my god, I was really concerned. I thought we were going to have another trauma.
I mean, it felt like it was getting to the point, especially the way they were editing the fight at the end, where like Miguel was going to kick Robby over the banister.
Right, the little flashback in between.
Yeah. But they needed... Johnny's plan worked out. I mean, it was Daniel's plan, but Johnny being Johnny, have them fight, get it out. It worked. It got it out of their system. They were whooping the shit out of each other, and then we're just like, dude, what are we doing? Like, this... What is this? And, like, Miguel won the fight. He won. Miguel's a little badass. I mean, so is Robby. But the fact that they're now together, I think is going to be massive for the kids' storylines. Mm-hmm. I feel like when people start seeing them together on the same page, I feel like they're going to be...
That's going to say a lot.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge message.
And they got to share breadsticks together. Because when you're here, you're family.
Gross. So, a little fun backstory on that whole situation. So, I was born in New Jersey. My family's from Hoboken, New Jersey. And we moved here when I was very little. And the first thing, obviously, if you guys know anything about Hoboken, it's a lot different now than it was then. The Italian food and the pizza and like everything there is fucking amazing. It is amazing. I've also been to Italy, so that's what I was talking about being in Italy. But like the first thing, like my dad, obviously my parents are like, hey, where can we get some good Italian food? I love when they tell the story. Like people are like, oh yeah, go check out the Olive Garden. And they were like, oh, okay, cool. Haven't been back since. Haven't been back to the Olive Garden again. So it's just really funny. Like, every time I see the Olive Garden, I think I've eaten there like twice in my whole life. So gross. Disgusting.
Well, like I said, chicken nuggets with marinara sauce does not make chicken parm.
I'm spoiled having a full-blooded Italian mama from Jersey. My mom's pasta and her sauce is amazing.
Well, but don't get me wrong, the breadsticks and the salad are delicious.
I mean, how do you mess up breadsticks and salad?
I mean, they do make them a little salty sometimes.
Yeah,
but the salad dressing, I mean, they bottle that shit. It's good.
So Olive Garden, like people who enjoy it, cool, awesome, good for you.
But don't call it authentic Italian food.
It's just...
Don't say from the old country.
I'm spoiled.
That shit ain't real.
I acknowledge that I'm spoiled. And I'm sure there's a ton of people who view that as really delicious Italian food. And, I mean, to each their own.
But also, that does sound good for lunch.
It does sound good. Not Olive Garden.
No, the salad and breadsticks.
Oh, salad and breadsticks?
Yeah, I want the salad and breadsticks.
I was like, I don't want Olive Garden for lunch.
No,
horrible.
No.
Yeah, that's a little fun little tangent backstory on the Olive Garden. I love that Johnny's like the one taking them. Of course he's taking.
That. But also that waiter, he was fantastic, man. He needs a tip.
What did he call Google?
Goggle.
Fucking,
not the waiter, Johnny.
Fucking Johnny, dude. That's like, I think that's my favorite thing to say.
Conflict resolution.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite thing to say in the show is fucking Johnny, dude.
I'm gonna start calling it the goggle.
The goggle.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
I goggled it.
Oh man. All right, back on track. It feels like shit's getting really serious. Like obviously things have been very serious, but I feel like things are being taken to a new level, and everyone's coming together, joining the team, and we're gonna go get Silver. We're gonna get the son of a bitch. Go get him. So. I'll be honest. I haven't thought extremely highly of this season. This episode was banging. Mm-hmm. This episode was awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see where the rest goes. And well done with the Jessica reveal. You got me.
That was cool.
After me talking shit.
It's a perfect way to like weave her into there. Yeah. It was so good.
All of their returns have made perfect sense for the story. It's never been weird or out of left field. Again, masterclass in nostalgia content. Way to go, Cobra Kai.
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right, y'all. Long conversation. Hope you guys have a good one. Bye.